Hi everyone, today I am going to tell you the next story of Mahabharata series, and the name of the story is Ekachakra. So let me begin the story. As usual, King Janmeja was very anxious to know what had happened to Pandavas after they escaped from death. So Rishi Vyasadev started his narration. Rishi Vyasadev told Pandavas and Mother Kunti to go to a nearby city named Ekachakra and live there in disguise. He only told them. And Pandavas with their mother Kunti, they went there and lived in Ekachakra city. They lived there in disguise, and every day they begged and collected the alms and gave it to Mother Kunti. Kunti, if any time they were late, then Kunti was too much worried. Every time she was thinking that some evil might had befallen on them. She was worried. And when all the alms were collected, she divided it into two portions. One half was given to Bhim, and the other half, all of others were shared together. They shared together, means 4 brothers and Kunti. Since Bhim was son of Vayu god, he had a great strength and mighty appetite. Brikadar, his other name, means wolf-bellied. How much he would eat, he always was famished. He was feeling hungry. He never satisfied with food. That Kunti knew it. Not only that, Kunti and all the 4 brothers, they had noticed that Bhim was becoming thinner day by day. So, because the food was not sufficient. One day 4 brothers went out for begging. Bhim left behind with Mother Kunti. Suddenly, they heard a loud sound of lamentation. Kunti thought that something must have happened to the befallen on the landlord. Otherwise, why should they lament and they shout so much? But since they were, the conversation was in a crying voice, weeping voice, they couldn't hear it properly. So she went inside and heard that at that time the landlord, the Brahmin, was saying, "Oh unfortunate lady, woman, I told you 100 times to leave this city and move to some other city, but you never paid any heed to my words. You every time argued with me that your parents, your ancestors died here, this one is your birthplace. That is why you like to stay here. Now look, what happened? Now this calamity had come to us. Who will be sacrificed? You tell me." And again the Brahmin continued, "You are," to his wife, "you are everything to me. If I will sacrifice you, then what will happen to my 2 children? Who will take care of them? And if I would sacrifice my girl, you know that she was a gift to us by God and should be given to a worthy man in future, handed over to a worthy man. So how can I give to my girl? This is not the right thing to do. And if I would give to my son, he was everything to us. He is our future hope. He is the only one who would carry the race in future. So what will I do? If I will go myself, I know very well that all of you would become, all of you will be in trouble. Who will take care of you? Without any guidance, without any guidance or without any protector, where would you go? And all of you will be perished miserably. That I know. So better we should do one thing. Let all of us go together and ask him to eat. Now the woman came forward and said, "Oh Lord, you know that I am a dutiful woman and a good wife to you. I have already done my duty. I have given you two beautiful children, a daughter and a son. And my work is over now. You know, without husband, a woman is definitely in trouble. She would become the sport of the wicked people in this world. And she would be at nowhere. Only she would be tortured. And it is much better if a woman passes out to another world when her husband is alive. And not only that, if you would die, then these children will become fatherless orphans. Just like the fish lives in a pond without water, their life will become that miserable. So please do not ask to go yourself, to sacrifice yourself. Give me for my life, if all three of you and my daughter and son lives can be saved, please give me to the rakshyas." Then like this she said, and all of them started crying. Hearing both the parents' conversation, the little girl said, "Oh father, I am nothing that important. You can give me to the rakshyas, because my brother is so little, so young. If both of you die, then his life would become miserable. And you know very well, now I cannot protect him. If instead of one life, 3 lives can be saved, you should give me. And this would be my best death. I would be fortunate." Then his father, with tearful eyes, embraced his daughter, hugged her very tightly. He said, "Oh daughter, perhaps I am really blessed getting you as my daughter." And hearing all these words, the son said with his childish voice, "Oh father, I have a stick. I can kill this rakshas. Please send me. I am not afraid of him. Send me." Then within this type of moment also, sorrowful moment, they all smiled, they laughed, they hugged each other, and they decided to go together. At that time, Kunti entered into the house and asked very politely, "Oh Brahman, oh landlord, please tell me what exactly is the problem." Then the Brahmin said, "And if I can help you." Then the Brahmin said, "Oh mother, this is beyond your aid. There is a rakshas in the outside of the city who always needs some food, means heavy food. First, 13 years ago, he seized this city and our ruler fled away. The king fled away. And from that day onwards, this rakshas is torturing us like anything else. Every day he started killing the man, woman, children, animals, everything. That is why one day the people of Ekachakra gathered together and requested him not to kill the people any time, any moment. Rather, they requested him that every weekend they will supply a man with delicacies, 2 bullocks and a cart. And that way the Rakshasa Bakasura agreed. From that day onwards and turn-wise it goes on. And today is my turn. Every weekend a man with 2 bullocks and carriage with the delicacies has to be sent to him. Today is my turn. That is why we are confused, we are worried, and we can't decide what to do. And we decided, at last we decided that we all should go together and die. That I can't sacrifice any one of my 3 members, like my wife, my son and my daughter. And why should I live without them? What is my life then? So we all will go. Then Kunti said, "O Brahmin, do not worry. I have 5 sons. I will send 1 son. So don't worry for that." Then the Brahmin said, "Oh mother, this is next heinous work I can ever do. I can't send your son. You are my guest. I cannot send a Brahmin, a guest, for my pleasure. This is my turn, I should go. I cannot send your son instead of that." Then Mother Kunti said, "Oh Brahmin, trust me. Nothing will happen to my son. He has already killed so many rakshyas. He is a very powerful. He is very powerful, and he has enough strength. He knows the divine mantras. So trust me, he can kill the rakshyas. Just send him. And one request, do not say others about it." Then the Brahmin agreed, and at last he became very happy, and at last he sent Bhimsen with 2 bullocks, a carriage, and when the other members of the city also, they brought the ghee, oil, delicacies and everything. They kept it on the carriage, and Bhim set out for the destination. Here when Yudhishthir and the other 3, they reached at home, they saw that Bhimsen was not there. They asked their mother, "Oh mother, where is Bhim?" Then Mother Kunti told everything to them. Yudhishthir got very angry. He said, "Oh mother, are you thoughtless? How can you do this? We are living with without any fear, with the strength of Bhim only. You know very well how he saved all of us with his strength and power from Varanavata. He is the only one with having so much strength and power. How could you sacrifice him?" Then Mother Kunti said, "Oh Yudhishthir, trust me, keep faith on me. I know how much strength Bhimsen has. I am his mother. The boy, when he was a kid, he fell down and the stone was broken into pieces. It was smashed. And that time Bhim was just a child, a baby. So, from that day onwards, I know the strength of Bhim. Do not worry and keep faith on me." So, at last Yudhishthir and other brothers, they kept quiet. Here Bhim reached at the destination, means where Bakasura was, but he started eating everything. He ate all the delicacies, he drank the oil, he drank the ghee, and then every last pot of cod, he ate it. After that, he took a deep sigh, relief. Here the Rakshas Bakasura, he became too much worried why it was so late. And when he saw that the given food was eaten by this man, he got furious. And immediately, and as it is, he was looking terrible with big red eyes and red mustache with beard and mouth wide open from ear to ear. And he jumped over Bhimsen. He said, "Oh, you are thinking that you would be saved yourself today. How dare you to eat my food?" Then Bhim didn't listen a single word what he said. Just casually he started, he finished his eating. Then the Rakshas Bakasura uprooted a tree and smashed over his body. Nothing had happened to Bhimsen. Then Bhimsen, the combat between Bhimsen and Bakasura started. They threw each other, they tossed each other. Sometimes he was up, sometimes he was on the ground, and the alternate was going on. At last, Bhim hurled Bakasura on the air and threw him, smashed him on the ground, put his knee on his back and torn out his hand and all the limbs. Bakasura cried aloud, wailing with a fearful sound, and then he died there. Bhimsen came back and he took his bath and narrated all the story what had happened to Bakasura to everyone. They became happy. This much was the end of Ekachakra. What happened next, I'll tell you in the next story. Thank you so much for listening.